Guys, good evening. Good evening, everyone. Chalo. So now we will quickly revise the fifth head of income, that is income from other sources, where section 56 to 59 is given. 56 being the charging section, which will tell any income which is taxable under income tax but not falling in first four heads of income, which will be taxable under income from other sources. And income from other sources, income will be computed on the basis of cash system or accrual system, which is regularly employed by the assessee, same like my PGBP income. And here section 56 subsection 2 will give a list of incomes which are specially always taxable under the head income from other sources. So which are those? One by one we will quickly go through. Any dividend received by the shareholder, including deemed dividend, is taxable under IFOS. Clear? Next, Keyman insurance policy, if it is not taxable under the head PGBP or salary, that is, if Keyman insurance policy is received by the family members, it is taxable under IFOS. Then any casual income like winnings from lottery, horse race or any card games, everything is taxable as it is actually called casual income. It is taxable under that income from other sources. The tax rate is flat 30%. It is actually one of the special income which is taxed at a special rate. And there is no expenses which is allowed against this, and there is no deduction allowed against this. Agree? Next, if there is any machinery, plant or furniture which is let out for a rent, and if that is not taxable as PGBP income for you, it is taxable here. Next, coming to family pension, if family pension is received by any family members, it is taxable under IFOS for a family member, whoever is receiving it. But they can claim a deduction of 1/3 of family pension or 15,000, whichever is lower. And this deduction is actually not allowable for a person, that is individual or HUF, who opt for a new scheme. Then interest on compensation or enhanced compensation is taxed when it is received under that income from other sources. Flat 50% deduction will be given. So whatever is received, out of that only 50% will be taxed. And if any advance money is received when capital asset is proposed to be transferred, and if you have not transferred it but you have forfeited the advance money on or after 1st April 2014, the advance money will be taxable under that income from other sources. Then 56 to 10 is a taxability of gifts. There are three types of gifts which we may receive, that is money. The aggregate of money, if you are receiving more than 50,000, then entire amount will be taxable, entire amount. Then if there is any specific movable property includes only shares and securities, jewelry, archaeological collection, drawings, paintings, sculptures, work of art or bullion. If the if it is transferred or received without consideration, then check what is the fair market value of that movable property. If fair market value is more than 50,000, then the entire amount is taxed. Then inadequate consideration. Inadequate consideration means you have purchased but for a lesser price. In that case, check what is inadequate consideration. So the difference between the actual consideration and fair market value is inadequate consideration. And if that inadequate consideration is more than 50,000, then entire inadequate consideration is taxed for the recipient. Okay. Then coming to immovable property. What is immovable property? Land, building or both. If it is received without consideration, that means I have not purchased it, I have received by way of gift or something. In that case, see the stamp duty value of immovable property. If it is more than 50,000, entire stamp duty will be taxable. Agree? Then inadequate consideration, that means I have purchased immovable property but for a lesser price. In that case, first check what is inadequate consideration, that is stamp duty value minus actual consideration. Clear? Compare that actual inadequate consideration with IR of two things. IR of two things, that is 50,000 or 10% of actual consideration. IR of these two compare with inadequate consideration. If inadequate consideration is more than these two, then your inadequate consideration will be fully taxed in the hands of whom? Recipient. Agree? And exception, received from a relative on the occasion of marriage, under a will or by way of inheritance, etc. Few more cases are covered. In this case, it is not taxable. Whether you have received money or cash or movable or immovable property, anything received from so and so people or on the occasion of marriage and all, it is completely exempt. And when this 56 to 10 is applicable is when for the recipient the asset, whether movable or immovable, whatever he is receiving is a capital asset. Clear? Chalo, that's all guys.